Boogeyman Ben. Horror Zone.
Hey everyone, it's Boogeyman Ben. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone had a great day. This video is going to be another one of my underrated horror film segments. After doing the one I did on 8mm, I've come across several others that I would like to talk about. This film is one that came out in 1992, the year I graduated high school. It was a film that I didn't see until about a year later. I watched it on HBO. It had a couple of really cool actors in it that I really liked growing up. And the film is not one that really gets talked about very much at all. In fact, I rarely ever hear anybody talk about it at all. The movie is Jennifer 8. Now this movie, like I said, came out in 92. It's one that it was actually shot in the town of Eureka, California, a place I've been to several times, and I always thought that was fascinating because at this point I had been to the town when this movie was shot. I had been there several years earlier when I was a little kid, about 14. So I always found that fascinating that it was shot in a place I had been. But this film doesn't really get talked about much, and I actually think it's a nice little horror thriller. It's very similar in the vein of 8mm, where it's a mystery. But I'm really looking forward to talking about Jennifer 8, and I hope everyone looks forward to my review. Please stay tuned. A big city cop moves to a small town police force and immediately finds himself investigating a murder. John Berlin reopens the case of a serial killer of blind girls which went unsolved despite a full-time 6-month effort by his department. A breakthrough in the case comes from Helena Robinson, who is a blind student. Using theories rejected by his colleagues, John tries to prevent Helena from becoming the next victim. Movie stars Andy Garcia as John Berlin, Lance Henriksen as Freddie Ross, Uma Thurman as Helena, Graham Becker as John Taylor, Kathy Baker as Margie Ross, Kevin Conway as Citron, John Malkovich as St. Anne, Bob Gunton as Goodridge, and Lenny Von Dolan as Gladys. The movie was written and directed by Bruce Robinson. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Jennifer 8. I think it's a film, like I said, that the top of the video that doesn't get talked about at all. And it's got some really good performances in it. I was a huge fan of Andy Garcia at this point because I had seen him in The Untouchables. I just think he's fantastic in that film, and I really think he commands a screen in this film. Really liked him in the role of John Berlin. You kind of feel like he's a fish out of water. He's from the big city, and he's had issues in his past, and he's trying to turn over a new leaf, and he's in a small town, so he's a small town police, and so he's used to sort of the big city police work, and it's a lot different in Eureka where he's at. He's with Freddie Ross, who's played by Lance Henriksen. I mean, they're best friends. You can tell that right away. And Lance Henriksen is just fantastic in this film. Just another one that just commands the screen every moment he's on it. It's a very slow-moving thriller. I think that might be why a lot of people don't talk about it. It's got a very slow pace to it. There's not a lot of action. There is action in it, but it's very sparse throughout. It's more of a character movie. It's more like, who are these characters? You're sort of finding out who they are as the story flows. Also, Uma Thurman is fantastic. She was really young when she did this film. It's one of her. I think she had done this film right like a few years after Dangerous Liaisons, which was one of her first big movies. As Helena, she really plays blind very well, you really feel for her and what she's going through. There's some really intense moments, some really scary moments. There's a really terrific set piece that takes place during Christmas break at this school where Helena goes to, and it's all abandoned and everything. I love that scene. That scene in the movie is very tense and very well done. But yeah, I think a lot of people don't like this film because it is slow-paced, but it's really well done, and it's really a film that I wish more people talked about. I mean, it's got a terrific, creepy atmosphere. The music by Christopher Young is fantastic. In fact, I've heard the music used in other thriller-type movie trailers. So, it's really, really haunting. And just the imagery, the fact that it's up in Eureka, which is, it's a lot of trees, it's raining all the time. Really good atmosphere for this film. And like I said, it's a real whodunit. If I had one little gripe with the film, it's the ending. I think the ending is really too quick. It's a lot of build-up, and the payoff is very quick, a little too quick for my taste. But again, it's a very small flaw with a film that I think should get a little bit more praise than it does. And I can't say enough good things about John Malkovich, who's fantastic in this film, but he has a very small part. He's in the film for maybe, I don't know, 12 minutes. But in those 12 minutes, I mean, he completely commands. That's all I can say. I love the guy. But yeah, Jennifer 8. Everybody should check this one out if they haven't. If you have seen it, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what people have to say about this film. And as always, thanks so much for watching this underrated horror film segment. And please stay tuned for some more. I'm actually really getting back into this segment and have some more films I'd like to talk about. So thanks again so much for watching, and I hope everyone's doing well. Take it easy. Stay scared. Peace.